No one in the gym that Saturday morning expected a 10-year-old girl to change the way they saw martial arts forever. She walked in wearing oversized sweatpants, holding her mother's hand, her eyes darting nervously across the mats where seasoned fighters were warming up. No one took her seriously, especially not the confident black belt who smirked, patted her on the head, and jokingly said, "Come on, kid. Let's see what you've got." What happened next didn't just silence the gym. It left even the black belt questioning everything he thought he knew about strength, courage, and heart. The invitation nobody took seriously. The gym was alive with energy. Slapping mats, the thud of punches against pads, the sound of grunts and laughter. It was an open sparring day at the local dojo, and fighters from all over the city had gathered to train and test themselves. Amid the whirl of movement, a thin girl named Emily clung to her mother's arm. Her dark hair was tied in a loose ponytail, and her T-shirt hung awkwardly on her small frame. She had never stepped into a gym like this before. Most of her training came from watching videos on her mother's cracked phone while helping out at her uncle's small corner store after school. Emily's mother, Sarah, had brought her here because she wanted her daughter to feel more confident. The last few months had been rough. Emily had been bullied in school for her quiet nature, her worn-out clothes, and the fact that she never joined in games. Sarah thought maybe martial arts could help her find her voice. But when they entered, the looks began. Some were curious, some were dismissive, a few whispered to each other. And then came Ethan, a tall, broad-shouldered black belt in his late 20s, known for his skill and confidence, bordering on arrogance. Spotting Emily, Ethan chuckled. "What's this? Did someone bring their little sister for moral support?" He crouched to her height, still smirking. "Tell you what, how about you spar with me? Don't worry, I'll go easy." The room erupted in light laughter. Emily froze. Sarah squeezed her hand, about to decline, but Emily surprised her. She took a small step forward and nodded. "All right, kid," Ethan said, standing tall again. "Let's see what you've got." They stepped onto the mat. Ethan barely kept a straight face. "Ready?" he asked with mock seriousness. Emily nodded again. The moment the coach signaled go, Ethan moved forward lazily, not expecting much. But Emily's stance shifted, low, balanced, steady. Her eyes narrowed, focused, almost trained. In one fluid motion, she stepped aside from his reach and tapped his chest with a clean front kick. It wasn't strong enough to hurt, but the precision caught him off guard. A murmur spread through the gym. Ethan raised an eyebrow. "Beginner's luck," he muttered, stepping forward again. But when he tried a playful sweep, Emily countered, quickly hooking her leg over his and twisting in a way that forced him to hop back to keep his balance. The laughter in the gym stopped. Sarah's hands clutched her bag tightly. She knew Emily had been practicing in secret at night, copying movements from online videos, determined to defend herself after what happened at school, but she never thought her daughter could hold her own like this. Ethan's smirk faded. "All right," he said quietly. "Let's see what you really know." The moment that silenced everyone, Ethan's movements became sharper. No more lazy steps. He was testing her now. Emily's heart pounded in her chest, but her body seemed to know what to do. She kept her stance low, avoiding his strikes, sidestepping like she had practiced countless times in her small living room. "Where'd you learn that?" Ethan asked between breaths. Emily didn't answer. She was too focused. She spotted an opening when Ethan overreached, and in one swift motion, she pivoted, ducked under his arm, and tapped his ribs with a precise side kick. A gasp rippled through the gym. Ethan stopped, looking down at her. This wasn't a fluke. She knew exactly what she was doing. But what struck him most wasn't her skill. It was the look in her eyes. It wasn't anger. It wasn't fear. It was determination, the kind you see in fighters who've been through something. "You're fast," he said quietly. She nodded once. "I have to be." Those 4 words hit him like a punch. The coach stepped forward, ready to end the match, but Ethan raised his hand. "One more round," he said. This time he didn't treat her like a joke. He respected her. Emily moved first, a quick feint, a turn, and then, just like she had seen in a video of a world champion, she executed a perfect sweep. Ethan stumbled, catching himself with a hand on the mat before rolling back up to his feet. The gym went silent. No one laughed now. No one whispered. Even the coach stared, stunned. Ethan straightened, then gave her a slow nod. "You're the toughest opponent I've faced today," he said. And for the first time that morning, The gym erupted, not in laughter, but in applause. Sarah's eyes welled with pride. Emily's chest rose and fell quickly, but she smiled, a real unguarded smile. Later, as they were leaving, Ethan approached. He knelt beside Emily, his voice low so only she could hear. "You've got something special. Don't let anyone take that from you." And that was the day Emily stopped feeling invisible. She walked out of that gym taller than she'd ever been. Not because she beat a black belt, but because she proved to herself that she could stand her ground in any fight, inside or outside the gym.